Welcome to Let's Talk with Dr. Batts. Stories, Conditions, Solutions. An award-winning podcast exploring the stories, conditions, and solutions that shape how communities heal, belong, and thrive. I'm Dr. Hasshan Batts, community epidemiologist, narrative change strategist, and community health journalist. Each month, we sit down with survivors, healers, researchers, and community leaders and everyday people whose stories help us understand the conditions that shape health, safety, healing, and belonging. Because behind every statistic is a person. Behind every person is a story. And behind every story points to something bigger. Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk. Today, we're honored to welcome Johanne Moise. Johanne is a gun violence survivor, the crisis intervention team coordinator for Northampton County, and someone whose lived experience has become a source of healing and hope for others. In my opinion, she's a superhero. Welcome to the show, Johanne.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. I mean, it is my honor to have you. Your story has been one of, as I shared, hope and healing, inspiration to people. And I want to introduce you to the audience. So let's talk about who you are, how you got here. What is the story behind Johanna?
Well, I was born in Carolina, Puerto Rico. I moved to Bridgewater, New Jersey when I was just a baby. My parents my dad is an immigrant from Haiti. My mom also came from Puerto Rico as well. I graduated from Rutgers University with a criminal justice degree. Mm-hmm. And right after I graduated, I went into private security for 3 years. So okay. I was doing that. And I moved to Pennsylvania about 3 years ago. I came here because my parents decided to move to Easton. Mm-hmm. So I've been here for 3 years, and I was doing private security until last February. I was in an incident in Allentown. I was shot 5 times. Yeah, I was shot 5 times working security. I was doing nightlife security. So I had to move on from that, and now I work as a CIT coordinator for Northampton County and NAMI Lehigh Valley.
Wow.
Yeah.
you said that like it speaks to your strength and resilience. I would imagine your life changed in an instant.
It did. Yes.
And you just look at it as a blip, and I had to move on to what was next. So it didn't stop you.
No, life moves on. It didn't stop me. It definitely what's the word for it? It definitely rearranged my goals.
Okay.
And my the journey, mm-hmm. right? But it never stopped me from achieving, the success that I have now.
Your story didn't end there.
It did not end there. It actually began. It just started a new story.
Wow. So you pivoted.
Yes.
Now we know Tupac was shot 5 times, 50 was shot 5 times. Like this is major.
Yeah.
Was this targeted? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. So well, I'll give you a little rundown on the story. I was working at a after hours venue mm-hmm. at BKK in Allentown. We actually don't know if it was really targeted. Mm-hmm. My boss died that night. He died in front of me.
So not only did you have the personal experience in trauma, you also had witnessing someone who you were in a relationship die.
Yeah.
Yes. That's rough.
Yes.
Let me pause and say this. I'm so appreciative and happy that you're with us.
Thank you.
And I mean alive.
Thank you.
Like that's real. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and your strength, and I'm just glad to know you.
Thank you for allowing me to share my story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you heard me say earlier, stories speak to conditions, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about you, and it's also about how do we get to a place where a young lady that did everything right is shot 5 times.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a couple things that go into that. Before I went to work that night, my parents had a feeling. They said, "Are you sure you want to go to work?" My mom was like, "You don't have to. I'll even pay for you for the night. Just stay home." Wow. They had a feeling.
Wow.
I didn't listen to that feeling because I'm young. We don't want to listen to our parents sometimes. And I was like, I'm just going to go to work, They were like, you don't have to go, but if you're going to go, let us pray for you. They always pray for me before I leave the house.
Okay.
So they said, let us pray for you before you leave. And, they did. And I went to work and I said, I'll see you guys in a couple hours. And then usually how the night goes is I work at one venue, and then at 3 a.m. I go to the next venue. So I would go to the after hours.
You're a hard worker.
Yeah. I like to work. I come from 2 parents who came from nothing.
That's right.
They both came from poverty, and they became doctors themselves. Mm-hmm. So I have no excuse, right? At least in my opinion.
And you, so you said you like to work.
Yes.
And you majored in criminal justice.
Yes.
So security was your thing, or is your thing, because you're still in the criminal justice field.
Yes, security was my thing for that time. It wasn't my goal. It still isn't, like, it is not my goal. The goal was to be, and is still to be, in the FBI. I wanted to be in the FBI since I was 8 years old.
FBI, there's a lot of different roles in FBI.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a field agent. I wanted to work.
That's a cop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Officer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I wanted to work with the behavioral analysis unit. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with mental illness.
Okay.
I wanted to work with people, who had diagnoses and all that.
Like the show, I forget.
Criminal Minds. Like Criminal Minds.
That's what you want to. You have the look.
Thank you.
And now we have video. This is the first time we've ever had video, so folks get to see what I look like, what you look like.
Yeah, I love
but
that.
you have the glasses. I see it. Criminal Minds. Okay.
Yeah. So that was the goal.
Okay.
It still is the goal. I don't think I can be in the field anymore because due to my injuries, I shattered both my femurs. They shot both my legs. They shot me in my ribs. They shot me in my hip, and they shot me in my butt. So I don't think I'm going to be in the field. I don't really think I want to be in the field anymore. I did promise my parents I wouldn't do anything like that, and I like to keep my promises, especially to my parents. But I do at least want to be maybe on the law side of it.
Okay.
An intelligence analyst. Okay. Something that,
Why the FBI?
I don't know what it is. I have so much respect for them, for the federal government. My mom also works for the federal government. So I don't know. I think it's just something that it always appealed to me. I was always watching James Bond movies, and I just always loved it. And my parents are like, "You sure you don't want to go to medical school?" I'm like, "No."
Two parents that are doctors, and you want to be a field agent.
I want to be a field agent. They're like, "Okay," but I'm the only child.
Okay.
So I don't have any siblings, and my parents had me later in life. They had me at 42, so they're a little bit older.
So you started your introduction going into the night that changed your life, right?
Yeah.
But 95% of this conversation has been about family.
Right.
So let's back up and let's talk about family, because family is obviously important to you.
The most important to me.
Talk to us about family. About you followed your parents here. Like they seem to be everything to you.
And I've never said this on a radio or anything. So this is the first time I'm actually really telling my true story, right? So I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was adopted.
Okay.
So my parents, I was adopted like the day after I was born. I was given to my parents. So it was like,
they're your parents.
Yeah, they are my parents. I wasn't in a foster home. I wasn't, they are my parents. I was given to my parents. My birth mother.
So you turned tragedy into triumph over and over and over again
from
in your
the
life.
day I was born.
From the day you were born.
My dad always says I'm his brave little girl.
Listen, I'm hearing it. There's a theme.
Yeah. But if you see that, I look exactly like my parents. I'm their twin. But so my birth mother, she chose my parents through an agency. Okay. And I think they found out that I was going to be born maybe 2 weeks before I was born. They were like, they got the call. They were like, you need to come to Puerto Rico. They were in San Diego. They're like, you need to come to Puerto Rico. There's a baby that's going to be born, and we would like to give them to you. So, I don't know where I would be without them.
That's right.
They gave me the life that I have. From the day I was born. My dad always says, you were in first class. You were in first class coming from Puerto Rico to New Jersey, Wow. So that
says a lot.
Yeah. I was blessed from the day I was born.
Yeah, that says a lot. We joke I have a 3-year-old son, and we're like, he's been to 5 countries in 3 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm super blessed.
And you're appreciative.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I would not be able to do anything that I've done without them. So family is definitely the most important thing to me. And being the only child and coming from parents who have come from nothing, like my dad was raised in Haiti. Okay. He came here when he was 18, 19 for college. My mom in Maya West, Puerto Rico. So they were broke. They didn't have anything.
They had to work for everything.
They had to work for everything.
And watching them, you got that work ethic.
Yes. Watching them, I got that work ethic. And it definitely made me humble because they said not everybody has what you have. They would bring me to Philly because I have family in Philly, and they're like, see, your family doesn't have all this. They bring me to Puerto Rico. Your family doesn't have everything you have. You need to be appreciative. You need to be humble. That's right. So they met in medical school in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So they met in medical school, and
So family's a theme, appreciation's a theme, and then there's this theme of resilience, right?
Yeah.
I don't know until I text you maybe last week about coming on the show, right? But we spoke prior to that. I don't know if you recall.
I know. I reached out to you after I got shot. I think
It was probably days after you got shot. Like,
I was like, well, I think my like I think that my train of thought was like, well, I'm alive, so I better do something with it. Like,
and that's the energy you had.
yeah.
Like you had the energy like I'm on go,
Yeah.
I'm still here, I'm going to change the world. That's what I got. Every time I've interacted with you or witnessed you on social media, that's what I've gotten from you. Or even heard about you from you. We have some friends in common.
Yeah.
They are like, this woman is a force. You know?
Yeah. So.
Where does that come from? What is that? What's next? Like what are you doing with that passion?
So I really want to partner with gun like nonprofits that advocate for gun violence.
That's right.
I really want to work with them.
That's right.
I don't know exactly how to pinpoint it. I just want to do something where I can help those who have survived, families who who have been affected by gun violence.
And you have that lived experience that you stand on.
And I think that's why in the work that I do, right, I'm a CIT coordinator for Northampton County.
What is CIT? Critical incident?
Crisis intervention training.
So
what we do is we basically train first responders. It could be cops, sheriffs. I just did a 40-hour training for sheriffs and corrections. We train them on how to respond to a crisis with empathy, de-escalation. You don't immediately have to use of force. That's what we train them in.
So whether it's a mental health crisis or something's going on
or something's going on, you try to be more empathetic, try to understand others more.
That's right.
I think they see me and they're like, this 27-year-old girl, right? Because they're all older than me and they're all
you don't know
men.
anything. You don't know. You don't know about crisis.
They're like she doesn't know anything, and then and then they're like, okay, she has a degree, okay, whatever,
she still doesn't know. You don't know anything about crisis and trauma and violence.
Exactly.
You don't know anything.
So then when I tell them my story, I start off with that. They're like, oh. It's like, yeah, I know.
So let's talk about how the system responded to you.
So how the system responded to me, I like the people I work with, the like law enforcement, like those kind of
whoever, healthcare, law enforcement, first responders. I mean, you experienced this traumatic event, right? So we know. I mean, you mentioned there's some physical injuries that occurred, but how did the world respond? How did the systems that are designed to heal and help respond and support you through this?
Well, let's start with healthcare because that was the first people who saved my life, right? My doctors, I went to Lehigh Valley in Muhlenberg. They saved my life and they were amazing. They supported me every step. With going from ICU to just you know.
Shout out to those trauma surgeons. And
oh
the doctors,
my God,
man.
Dr. Proctor, he's one of my. I just got an award for being a trauma survivor at Lehigh Valley.
I saw that.
Yeah. I got to meet my whole
your team.
My whole team.
Yeah,
I met
they live for that.
Yeah, and I loved it. I got to and the EMTs in Allentown, the police. I got to meet literally everybody
that contributed to your recovery.
And it meant so much because I think about them every day. They don't know that, but I think about them every day. I actually think about this. I mean, I look at my scars every day, right? So I think about the whole situation every single day.
But you don't just think about the trauma of it. You think about the healing of it.
I think about the healing. I think about everybody that has helped me. The kindness, the empathy that they had.
So what's your message to first responders, to healers, to helpers that oftentimes get forgotten?
That they're not forgotten. They are. If they think that they are, they're definitely not. Coming from a survivor, they're not forgotten. The work that they do is super important. The way that they handled the crisis when I was in it, when I was in the ambulance, and they were like, "Are you okay?" Like they were just.
There was compassion.
They were very compassionate. I mean, I called my dad from the ambulance. I was like, "Y'all got to get to the hospital like now." And my dad was like, "What happened?" Like because I didn't call my mom.
So you were able to speak with two broken femurs.
I was up. I was speaking. I called my dad. I did not tell my dad what happened because I didn't want. I was thinking about them on the way they are. I know that they're gonna get to the car and rush to the hospital. I didn't want them getting into a car crash on the way to the hospital. So I'm like, all right, let's not tell them exactly what happened. Let's just tell them that something happened.
In that moment, you were thinking of family.
Yeah. I there was something in me that knew I wasn't gonna die. Right. I didn't die immediately. I was like up. I was like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I want to wake up and I knew that they would find me, so...
You knew your parents would find you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it took a little bit because they put me under, they put me as like a Jane Doe, when a victim of a crime is admitted to the hospital, they put you as Jane Doe because they don't know who's going to try to
Somebody's
look
looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
We're in the studio with Johanne. This is Let's Talk here with Dr. Batts. We're gonna come back. We're gonna learn more about you.
Okay.
We're gonna learn about more of what's to come, and how do we connect? All right.
All right.
Welcome back to Let's Talk. I'm in the studio with Johanne Moise. This is Dr. Batts, and a very inspirational young lady that I have to keep calling you a superhero, right? like you're like the phoenix. You're coming through the ashes. I mean, you had this horrific experience that you're using as a survivor to change the world, essentially, right? Let's talk about what's next. Let's talk about the people you're touching, the people you want to touch, what support you need to do that. I mean, you mentioned working with nonprofits. We can definitely connect you, with nonprofits to do this work. Yes,
I want to definitely work with nonprofits, politicians, with these laws or what's going on, especially here in the Lehigh Valley in Allentown. You see all the shootings that's been going on.
So there's been 3 youth shot in the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been insane.
Yeah. After a significant decrease.
Yes. I reached out to the mayor about it because love him. Shout out to Mayor Turk. He visited me in the hospital too.
Did he?
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Wow, yes, shout out to Mayor Turk.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. It's been very sad seeing all the news. I've been impacted by it. I'm sure they don't know that, but like
re-traumatized.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, they didn't survive. So it's like I know how the families are feeling right now, like because I can see when my parents were going through it. Even though I survived, they're still going through it. So I could just imagine those whose kids did not survive.
That's
you know.
What do you attribute this violence to?
It's a lot of things. I've been seeing a lot of posts about maybe that there's not enough things to do for kids, for the youth. I don't want to, because it's not the parents' fault, right? But I do think that, I mean, some parents I feel like need to be a little bit more strict with their kids, maybe a little bit more structure. I'm not saying the parents of those who got shot, but like I'm just saying in general. Even if I can't say it's the parents because my parents were the strictest ever, and I still.
You were working.
Yeah, and I was working.
Your parents were strict. Yeah. You were working, and you got shot 5 times.
Exactly. So it could happen anywhere.
You're living proof that it can happen anywhere.
It could happen anywhere.
And we talk about the statistics, right? We call staggering statistics that the leading killer of children in America is gun violence. Yeah. And that's not a boogeyman. People like to tell this story that it's like this big bad gang member. No, it's accidental shootings, it's suicides, it's things like this. Like, so we have to find safe ways to be in community, with children.
I feel like there needs to be a way that they can let out their anger. I personally, I'm really big into martial arts. I do I've been doing my recovery at Boxology in Easton. Also, shout out to them.
I keep driving by that. Is it worth checking out?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
We don't want to have a commercial for Boxology.
No, but they are amazing. Let's just say with my recovery, the coaches there, they have helped me immensely.
So martial arts is more than physical.
Yeah, it's
emotionally it supports people because we need to talk about that too, right? We need to talk about what is the recovery plan that you suggest for people. Yeah. So one thing is something physical that they're doing with their body.
Yes, martial arts, boxing, MMA. My dad had me in martial arts since I was 7.
Okay.
What I was doing taekwondo.
Okay.
And then I went into boxing, and now I've been doing a little bit of MMA, but with my knees, I'm still,
What's your favorite martial arts?
I gotta say taekwondo.
Okay.
Taekwondo.
That's a lot of kicking.
It's a lot of kicking, but it's also a lot of discipline in it.
Okay.
And one thing that they teach us is you don't use this for bad. You don't use this for evil. Yeah. Use this for defense.
That's right.
So
you think more children in the community should have access to martial arts,
or just more youth programs. They should be doing things with their free time. I mean, there's a saying that it's like too much free time will get you in trouble. I don't know the exact saying of it, but
that's the gist of it.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Kids need to be more busy. Yeah. They need to be more busy.
More structure in their lives.
Exactly.
So let's talk about your advice to trauma survivors, to survivors of gun violence. You're still on your journey of recovery.
Right.
But what has supported it? Martial arts,
family, right? That's the biggest thing.
Strong support system.
Yeah. My parents are my strongest support system. But I would say don't be afraid to get help. I think after I was shot, I was like, I'm not going to go to therapy. I don't want them to look at me as a victim. I'm strong. And being a female in the criminal justice system, already you look down on.
Okay.
Like, people underestimate you.
Okay.
So I didn't want people to think like I'm weak,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I needed the help. I still need the help. You know, I already had anxiety beforehand, so now the PTSD and all
It's
that
major.
stuff, it's major. Yeah, I go to PTSD groups sometimes.
Wow.
Working for NAMI, they've definitely helped me out also because, you know, National Alliance of Mental Illness. So
Shout out to NAMI.
shout out to NAMI, Lehigh Valley. Yeah. Yeah.
We had Leo Rooney and Darnell Scott on here once. They were the president and the vice president of the board at one point.
Oh, really?
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. The support system,
Okay.
being in something physical,
Okay.
getting help. You need to get help because sometimes you'll have delayed PTSD like I did.
Okay.
I was good. I was like
And
ready
how long
to
ago
work.
was this?
When I got shot,
Yeah.
February 2nd, 2025. So last year.
Wow, really? A little over a year?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, a little over a year.
You are remarkable.
Thank you.
All right, so I have a question for you. When you think about everything you've been through, and everything you learned, what gives you hope today?
Everything that I've been through and everything that I learned, what gives me hope today? I would say the future gives me hope.
The future. Say
Yeah.
more. Say more.
Just like how I envision myself in 10 years, that gives me hope on just like how I want to proceed with life, how much I want to work. I want to work super hard. I want to achieve all my goals. So just like the thought of like giving back, the thought of not only just to, you know, the community, but giving back to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to just afford whatever for them, you know, just give them
Wow.
everything that
That's
they've given
beautiful.
me. Yeah, I think that the future is definitely what gives me hope. And just helping people out. I want to help as many people and touch as many people as I can.
What's your message to the 15, 16-year-old that's carrying a gun every day, riding around with that gun?
It's not worth it. It's not cool. It's not worth it. It's not cool to be in the hood or a gangster, you know. I think that obviously that's glamorized now by all the, and I love rap. I'm not saying I don't, I love rap, you know, but I think it's glamorized now by all the, just the media in general, you know, the songs that are out there, like, it's not worth it.
Who's your favorite rapper? Got to pick one.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm really feeling Moneybag Yo right now. I love Moneybag.
Listen, I like some Moneybag Yo.
I love Moneybag Yo right now.
That's a good one.
I like Drake though. You know, Drake
Classic.
is classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your message to?
Oh, 50 by the way. 50 is my heart. I like 50.
And now you guys can relate.
Yeah, I want to meet him so
Yeah,
bad.
and I don't mean it to be offensive when I say that, right? But that's I thought of Tupac and 50 immediately,
Yeah.
like, you know.
I want to meet him. Yeah.
It changes your life. So what is your message to Joe and Jane, average Joe and Jane, sitting in their home thinking this issue of gun violence has nothing to do with them because they're just going to work every day and minding their business?
It has everything to do with them. It has everything to do with the whole community because one person who gets impacted by gun violence, if one person gets impacted by gun violence, 100 people get impacted. It's like the whole community gets impacted. You just saw, like we were just talking about the kids in Allentown who got shot these past 3 weeks. Like I didn't even know who they were, and I'm feeling for their families.
Right.
You know, like I wanted to reach out to their families. I just didn't want to look crazy doing it, but like it's like I know what you're going through.
Their families are listening. What do you have to say to them?
My heart goes out to you guys. They can always reach out to me for support. I know that everybody says that, like you can always reach. I know they may not want the support right now. I definitely didn't, but when they're ready, if they want to talk, whatever they want to do, I'm here for them.
And how do people reach you?
Well, Instagram is one.
Okay.
They can reach me on my Instagram at J. I think it's JV. I don't even know my Instagram.
Well, we can put that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can add it to
Instagram. My email NAMI. I work for
NAMI. So that's a place to reach you.
NAMI, yes, and I work for Northampton County, so they can always reach me there.
Okay. And your message to the young girl out there that feels alone. No trauma, just you said that you had anxiety prior to this, right? So she's just living with anxiety. She's worried. She feels alone. What is your message to her?
Find someone that you can trust in, whether it's your parents. Just find that one person. For me, obviously, I think my first anxiety attack, it was when I was 15 years old. I immediately called my mom. Right, my mom helped me through it over the phone. She stayed. I was in boarding school in Puerto Rico at that time.
Okay.
She was on the phone with me the whole night. Find someone that you can put that trust in, because you're not alone. You're
That's
not
right.
alone, and
That's
a
right.
lot of people feel alone, but you're not. And I would never want that one person to do something to themselves. Suicide is a big thing. It's real. So get that help, the therapy, that support group, anything.
Yeah.
Or me, if you need to reach out to me.
Reach you at NAMI, right?
Reach me at NAMI.
Reach you at NAMI. National Association for Mental Illness.
Yes, National Alliance for Mental Illness.
National
Yes.
Alliance for Mental Illness in Northampton County.
Specifically in Lehigh Valley. Yes.
In Lehigh
Yeah.
Valley. Yep. Why don't you quit?
I can't, because I'm doing it for those who already have quit. I'm doing it for those who have given up. I'm doing it for those who feel like there's no way out. For those who have committed suicide.
Yeah.
For those who have given up. I can't quit. And I can't quit for my parents. Definitely for my parents. They've done everything for me.
That's beautiful.
It would be a shame if I just stopped doing what I'm
So
doing.
you have a duty to your ancestors and the people that have paved the way for you.
Yeah.
To give back to the next generation is what I'm hearing you say.
Yes, and for my kids and for my
your
future.
kids.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm looking forward to learning more and hearing more. We're going to ask you a couple questions on our way out. What are you reading?
What am I reading?
Or the last thing you've read?
Well, I'm going to start reading Crime and Punishment.
That's an old book, right?
Yes, but my dad's a big reader, right? And my dad he keeps telling me, you have to start reading. I just, honestly, if I'm being honest, I have not been up to par with the reading.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
Crime and Punishment
Audiobooks?
is definitely... No.
No audiobooks?
I
Okay.
haven't.
What are you watching? We know you're listening to 50. You're listening to Moneybag Yo. You're listening to Drake. Right?
Scandal.
Scandal.
Scandal. Everybody tells me that I remind them of Olivia Pope from Scandal. That's my girl.
I can see that.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kerry
Shout out to
Washington.
Olivia Pope. Yeah.
And Lioness with Zoe Saldana.
Yeah. Very
so
similar. Very similar.
Those two females, I think that I channel them.
I
look up to them.
I see it. So this is character study then. This is work. This is not,
I watch the way that they act, but how their characters are in the shows. Anything, if I could be like the both of them combined, yeah.
What is it? What is it about them?
They're just so strong, and they don't take. I don't know if I could curse, but they don't take anything from anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't let anybody speak to them the way that they want to. As much as I have empathy and I care, I really like to let people know that they can't play with me at all. And
so you do boundaries.
Heavy on it. Heavy on the boundaries.
20 years of Taekwondo.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, even the people who have shot me, it's like, you shot the wrong person. I'll tell you that right now.
So you guys are going through court?
Everything. We're going through the whole trial. Still going through it.
And you're not flinching?
No. And they'll hear from me. They'll definitely hear from me. So it's in
Wow,
court.
you're preparing to say your part.
Yeah, and those who, especially in the community, those who have not supported, those who have just been, who like to just talk and gossip, they'll hear from me too.
Is there going to be a restorative practice piece to this, a mediation, a victim offender mediation, or anything like that?
I have no clue.
I mean, in your mind, I'm saying, like, are you going to at some point sit down with your attackers?
I want to.
You do? Okay.
Just, why did you do it? There's so many questions, like, why?
That's right.
Because, well, they didn't know me. So it's like, I don't know who they are. Why would you just shoot an innocent girl? Like, I don't understand, you know?
Yeah, that's horrific.
Yeah, but why would you shoot anybody in general? Like my boss, rest in peace to Buddha. We call him Buddha. Rest in peace to him, because that was tough.
Good dude.
Amazing guy. When he hired me, when he brought me on his team, he was like, no matter what, I'm going to protect you. And that's exactly what he tried to do that night.
Wow.
And he ended up, dying, so. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you need?
Who do I need, like, in life?
What do you need?
What do I need?
Yeah, however you interpret it. You've offered so much to everyone. I mean, all the questions I've asked you have been about other people, So what do you need?
I just need them to, take the advice that I'm giving. Just think before you do. People, place, and things. I think that's a big thing that I didn't think about before the incident, but my dad and my mom, they always say, people, place, and things. Think about who you are around, think about where you go, and think about what you do. Because, just thinking about that before you go to a place, go to a situation, that could really save your life.
That's perfect.
Just people, place, and things.
You've been listening to Let's Talk with Dr. Batts. I'd like to thank our guest, Johanne Moise. Did I get that right?
Johanne Moise.
Johanne Moise, for sharing her story, her wisdom, and her commitment to helping others heal. I believe the stories are more than experiences. They are windows into the conditions that shape our communities and invitations to imagine something better. And that's what you're all about, right? Mm-hmm. Because behind every statistic is a person. Behind every person is a story, and every story points to something bigger. If today's conversation moved you, challenged you, or helped you see something differently, I hope that you'll share it with someone else. Until next time, this is Dr. Batts. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep building communities where people can heal, belong, and thrive. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for having me.
You're listening to Let's Talk.